Hi, and welcome to the last part of the tutorials for the MVC. Basically, we will be doing the plugin for the database. This is what we had before. We just had extra stuff over here before, so I just took it out, and we basically call the database model, which will do all the work on the plugins, because this is where usually the database plugin is called, should be where your model is. So we have the get user model. Now the database model is basically a class called database, and it's already included on autoload. So to actually call it, let's just say data, new database, and the constructor is passed the link for the database, and it doesn't actually connect to the database, it just shows methods and stuff. The first method I want to show you is the query, no, not the query, the result method. Basically select star from clients, let's print it. This will basically print out all the my mistake, it's data. We're using the data class, so it's gonna print the list of all the users in the database, the tables client. Let's say we want to add a new user. This is how we would do it. Data query the SQL, which will be the actual query, insert into clients, client name, client phone, values, question mark, and then we're going to do the binding on the actual statement. So we have the, we're going to pass it, bind it with the values test and number, or let's just do 1 2 3 4. Just check if this actually works, and we'll just print the users again. So the old users, the new one, the one we just added. Now one thing we could also do with this query is if we, hold on, insert, let's just go back to the database class. We did the result, we also have the insert. This insert is different than this here in a way that you don't have to do all this stuff. So let me show you how it'll work. Let's say we have the post client name John, client phone 87654. The insert works like this. You specify the table name, which is clients, and the array. It does all the work for you. Let's see how it's working. This is basically the old one, and here we have the one where we actually added the John. So this does everything. This also could act as an update instead of insert if it contains the primary field. We have John here, his ID is 22, so let's just do 22 for John, and we'll see how it's 87654. Let's change his number to 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, my mistake, I closed the file. Let's go here now. This is the old John info, and this is after we actually did the update to it. So the insert actually acts as an update and an actual insert. If the client ID exists, the primary field will act as an update. If it's not, it acts as an insert. It's basically like more like overrided. Now we have the delete. The delete works almost the same way, except we pass it the it actually has 3 to it. The table name, which is clients, and let's say we want to delete John, so we just put his ID here. The primary key is going to delete John. See, John is here, John is not here. Another way you could use the delete is you could actually by a specific. So let's say we want to delete any client name with the word test. We're going to do this one. Delete any client name whose test. See, test is here. Oh, I switched it around. It's actually the other way around. Client name. So basically it deleted the test client. This also works if we do array delete on a multiple. So let's say we take this here, we want to delete the Alex Nader, any client name. We'll do it this way. Array client name who's Alex Nader and his client phone. Client phone is this. So this basically deletes upon multiple items. So this is here. See, we deleted Alex Nader based on more than one field. So those are the 3 ways the delete function works. There's also another function I want to show you, which is basically the create table. Yep, this is a create table. Let's say we want to create a new table. We'll do data create table. The we pass it the post variable, and let's call table test. Now it'll create a table with the client ID, client name, and client phone field, and it's gonna also add a primary client because it doesn't really know which one is the primary key. So I'm just gonna add a custom one, primary key, and just create the table. If we go to the database, we could actually see the test table here. We look at the structure, see how we added these. I mean, I'll work on this create table. I mean, it's not actually ready, so I'll probably work on it to actually specify the type of fields instead of doing just varchar, and to actually have a specific, like let's say the client ID as the primary. This class is not really done. I mean, it does some things, but it's not like complete, so I'll be working on it in the future when I have time. This is basically it with the database. I mean, there's other stuff like the escape. If you really want to do escape, basically it does the MySQL escape. That's pretty much it, and I hope you enjoyed the MVC application. If you have any questions, you could post it online or email me, and I'll try my best to answer you as soon as I have time. Thank you very much.